I'm me.
You're you.
This is our school news. The Dolphin Daily starts now.
Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner, I'm in a corner. Don't go nowhere.
Thanks for joining us on our beautiful Throwback Thursday. Did you know Fort Myers Middle has been around for 60 plus years? The school was built in 1995. Did you know that a long time ago there was a swimming pool in our campus? It is true. Did you know that also one point of the school was called Fort Myers Junior High? And did you know that the reason of our school mascot is a ripple is because at one point in Fort Myers history, for FMA students moved into Fort Myers High mascot who is the Green Wave. The point was that the junior high and middle school kids were moving up to a big green wave. Interesting and true. How is that for a Throwback Thursday moment?
Fascinating information. Now let's get to our news. First, in sports, congratulations to both boys and girls soccer teams. Both games tied last evening. Both games last evening ended in tie scores, which shows improvement.
Congratulations to John Rood Bennell, Miracle Green, who were the top goal scorers. We are glad for them, especially that improves our working hard and practicing leads to better outcomes, and the playoff games is scheduled for the next Wednesday of February 14th. 24th. Sorry.
While we're talking about soccer, here's a huge thank you to the parents of Gavin Garcia, who provided our soccer players with some delicious wings after last night's game. I wish I could have had some. We very much appreciate your support.
In other sports news, it is track and field season, and Coach Little and Coach McCarter have high hopes for our athletes. Make sure that you are joining up and getting fit. We know we have a lot of talent out there in Ripple Land. Training and practicing will help produce champions. Get on it.
8th graders, remember that if you are applying for any of the high school advanced programs, your applications must be turned in. The deadline is tomorrow, February 19th. See Ms. Campbell if you need some assistance.
Rebels, there is something that you may not have noticed, but it is important that we send a shout out to Zoilo, Pavillon, Tyler Brown, Vince Rodriguez, and our school flag team for FMA. These young men have been working with Deputy Williams and have learned about U.S. flag protocol. And we are responsible for raising and lowering the flag on the campus. Currently, our flag has been posted to half-mast because it is the death of Supreme Court Justice Judicial Branch of Government Scalia. Thanks, gentlemen, for our patriotism, for our service to FMMA.
The Dolphin Daily, along with our administrators, would like to send out a thank you and shout out to the 286 FMMA students who have, to this point in the school year, had zero warnings or reminders about scholarly checks and dress code. You know who you are, and obviously the list of names would be too long to read on our broadcast. But we thank you for setting the example of the Ripple Way.
While we're mentioning the Ripple Way, 2 words, dress code. Whether you like it or hate the dress code, it is a thing you need to continue be enforced in all classrooms, hallways, situations at FMMA. Be sure your shirt is tucked in, that you have proper shorts or pants, and the proper shoes, belts, and more, etc. Dressing property for the circumstances is a necessary life skill. Why professional athletes have a dress code on and off field. Employees at McDonald's, Costco's, Target, and banks have dress codes. Learning is comply with our school specific guidelines. It is not a big deal.
Before we wrap up today's show, we'll throw it over to a short Black History Month moment that was prepared by our very own Vernon. It fits right in with our discussion of dress code, and we know you'll see why as you listen.
I don't go nowhere, but what do I care? Your
Thanks for
kisses
joining
are
us for
worth.
today's Fort Myers Middle Academy Black History Month moment. I'm Vernon Williams, reporting for the Dolphin Daily. Today we are featuring Sarah Boone. Sarah Boone was born in North Carolina near the town of New Bern in February 1838 and died in the year of 1904. Some interesting things that we bet you didn't know about Sarah Boone are that she married a freed man named James and that they had 8 children. Sarah Boone was a rarity during her time, a female black African American inventor. In her patent application, she wrote that the purpose of her invention was to produce a cheap, simple, convenient, and highly effective device, particularly adapted for um, used in ironing the sleeves of bodies of ladies' garments. Prior to that time, most people ironed using a board of wood rested across a pair of chairs or tables. She was living in New Haven, Connecticut, when her patent was granted in 1892. According to biography.com, Sarah Boone had an important impact on the way we iron our clothes. If you'd like to learn more about Sarah Boone, you can check out a book from the library. Look to a specific website, watch a YouTube video, etc. With today's Black History Month moment, this is Vernon Williams reporting for the Dolphin Daily.
Thanks, Vernon. We'll use this report to get our clothes ironed and looking good. Now, Ripples, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
Like Jack Horner, I'm in a corner. Don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth